What is going on, everybody? It's your boy Brandon Groce, and like we said, we have an amazing guest today. His name is Igor Vensko, and we are going to be talking about, if you guys did not see that beautifully and deliciously done mock-up just before the live got started, we're going to break down how, if you guys have seen any of his work, guys, check out the link in the description. You guys can check out his YouTube, his Instagram, and even his Behance to see the amazing work that he does, not only from a static design standpoint, but from the animation side of things. So he's really gonna showcase how easy it is in Adobe XD to do what he does. So with that said, please help me in welcoming. And actually, before we do that, because we can't move on without saying this, I just got ahead of myself because I'm excited to bring him on. But this episode is brought to you by Adobe XD. So if you guys want to learn more about Adobe XD, check out letsxd.com and learn more about the platform. But you're going to learn a lot more here. All right, please help me in welcoming Igor to our wonderful in digital stage. What's going on, my friend? How's
Hi,
it going?
everyone. Yeah. I would like to thank you, Brandon, for this new cool experience for me because it's my first live stream. I'm excited and I hope it will be useful for someone. Otherwise, what's the point?
It will most definitely be useful. If not, they're definitely going to get some laughs, but they're going to learn something first. All right, man. All right, guys, like I said, if you are not familiar with Igor, definitely check out his Instagram, his Behance, his YouTube, and also his amazing agency. But stay here first. But all those links are in the description. All right, Igor, what are we going to be working on today? Just give us a little bit of a brief overview. We know we're doing animation, but just walk us through just a brief, and then we'll switch to your screen. Actually, it's probably better for us to switch to our screens and then talk about it. Let's do that. What are we doing today, man?
Okay. Today, I will show you some design process, some animation techniques, and we will create a couple of sections for this animation.
Right.
Oh. Maybe I can tell you about myself.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, I have more than 10 years experience in web design. I'm started from simple banners, billboards, creating logotypes, illustration for t-shirts, even book covers, and of course websites. Every day in every project I try to do something different because first of all each project is unique, and secondly, for me it's too boring when you create the same boxes in same style in every next project, in next and next, and you have some moment when you just get tired of design. But when you create cool elements, something new every day, your routine works becomes a pleasure. And after this, you start creating new project with fun. And today will be one of these fun projects that I'm created. It's not commercial, just fan project for it's not project, it's concept for electric cars from Volkswagen. I choose this model because especially this model, it's super cool. It's cool color combinations, these headlights, this space is this really cool model, and I decided that this will be cool project exactly for this model with these colors.
Yeah, I really liked it. Was when I saw this and you showed this to me and you were like, this is the one that we want to do. I was like, you know what, I haven't seen that car, but I think that the fact that you chose that, I thought it was very interesting. It made the design interesting.
Yeah.
So where are we gonna start today? Are we gonna, what are we breaking down first, Igor?
I think we can start from start, and I will show all these elements. This project
That's a lot of artboards.
No, this is like 5, but all of this is just animation. And we can start from simple menu animation. Let's see how it looks. We have this icon,
Yeah.
hamburger icon, turns into close icon, and all these models appear one after another. This is simple menu animation, and we can recreate this. I already prepared this artboard. Let's duplicate, and on the next screen I have my folder with this menu, and I'm just pick all these layers, move to the right, and this element maybe to the left, and we have this icon. For close icon, I just need to rotate this rectangle,
Yeah.
this rectangle, align center, and this rectangle we just move to the left, maybe make it smaller, and set opacity to 0. Then we need to go to our prototype tab, and let's create magic. We have, let's create animation with keys and gamepad. I choose S because it's just quicker when you create and trying some animation. We choose auto animate, easy in and out.
Let me ask you this. I'm going to pause you.
Yep.
With the easing, because I think this is a big thing and I already know people are going to ask. And also, like I said before, there's a lot happening here. But even if we just go into detail about 3, I said 3, hell at 2 fingers. This is how you know I'm tired. Somebody had asked, how long did it take you to do this entire project? I know you were telling me personally. I'm not sure. I think I asked, but I never got an answer. How long did this project take?
I can't tell in hours because this project was created between commercial projects in agency. When I have some free time, today I create this screen, tomorrow this screen, maybe 5 minutes, maybe 10. All this project, I don't know, maybe 10 hours.
10? What?
Yeah.
You guys hear that? See, you guys should just stop watching me. Only watch Igor. Anything he puts out on his YouTube channel, only watch him because obviously he's going to let you do any type of project. Sexy animations and all, 10 hours. All right, I'm going to shut up. Let's keep going, Igor. Back to our menu.
Okay. Where we go? We're going to prototype. Choosing this auto animate and duration 3 seconds. And let's see what we have. And now when we press S on keyboard, we have nothing. 1 second.
It's all good.
Oh, S. Auto animate is in out. Boom.
But everybody in the chat is like, wow, 10 minutes for or 10 minutes for a screen. I'm like, look, listen, Igor has had 10 years of experience. That means he can do screens in seconds, especially within Adobe XD.
Animate, easy out. Yeah. Oh, yes. And when we press S, I hope it visibility. Yeah, we have this smooth animation when our icon becomes close icon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I never even thought about doing like a menu like that. That was smooth.
Maybe 1 second will be nice. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. When I'm start creating some new animation, I'm using keyboard because you don't need time to target to any buttons or lines or something like this. You just press S and you have all this animation. Okay, let's move on. And for this menu, for these models, we go into our first screen in our menu, and what we need, we just move to the left each of these model, but with different distance from our end position, maybe like here. And now let's see, and we have this animation where our models appear one after another.
Wow. Wait, let's go back. So let's see. Did you because I missed, I was looking at chat. Did you stagnate? Ah, there you go. That's exactly what you were explaining. So I think this is one thing that a lot of people don't understand in Adobe XD, because they're like, how do you time things? But because there's no timeline, like in After Effects. So just like Igor did here, he staggered or really pulled things further away. I don't know why it does it like that, but people have found out. Did you find this by mistake too, or did you find somebody else did it and you were like, oh, how did you learn that?
Well, it's simple. I don't know. It's just you create something and Adobe XD creates this animation. You don't need to do anything. Just move some layers to the left or to the right. That's all. Okay, now we have this animation. Yeah, menu work. Yeah, this. How much? It's 2 minutes for this animation. Yeah, Adobe XD in this case, super cool.
But what about so what I was asking was, because when I learned the way that you had the cars come in one after another, how did you know that for things to come like, instead of the cars all coming in at once, but them coming in 1 car, 2 car, 3 car, 4 car, like, did you know, oh, I just have to pull them further away, or is that something that you learned off of YouTube, or you just tried and figured out?
Oh, it's always just trying. It's in my imagination how it can work. Because I just know that in this 1 second, this layer goes from this position. It's maybe 400 pixels. And going to this position, it's 100 pixels. And 1 second, this layer goes for 1000 pixels. And this model need to drive 1000. Yeah. And of course, this layer will be the last from. We see this layer after other when they coming to our next screen. And
gotcha. So you're just like, basic math, pixels, they're further away. I wanted to ask because that's actually one thing, you know, I learned it from, who did I see? Howard Pinsky. I saw him do it. And I was like, oh, you can do that? And he was like, yeah. And so it was just really interesting to me, and I was curious how you found that out. But thank you for pausing and explaining that.
Okay, now we have this animation when our model goes to left, and we see our map. Let's recreate this easy and quickly. Okay, going to prototype and drag to the next layer. And in this case, I'm use drag trigger. Again, auto animate with easy none. And let's create this. Oh, I forgot. We have this text, next generation electric van, and this disappear without opacity. It just see it's like invisible line, and this text go down and disappear. And at this moment, let's create this effect. For this effect, we have just simple text layer, is simple text, and I'll create simple rectangle, same size that this text. Then choose all these layers and create mask. mask with shape.
There it is,
Now,
ladies and gentlemen. You're about to witness some magic. Keep going.
now just copy and paste on next screen, and on this second screen we choose this text there in our mask and move down. And this text going down, but we have mask on the same position. And when we just now go to this screen and drag to the left, this text going down and disappear. It's another technique with animation for text.
Yeah.
You can see this in every project.
The drag one is always tricky to me because like it's weird. Like if you don't do the full drag, it won't do the full animation. And I've been in my artboards like literally trying to pull. I'm just like how we are. We're like live with somebody. I'm like, look, watch, it will happen. And I like drag it on my screen, and people are just like staring at me like Brandon, it didn't happen. But yeah, guys, that's another thing I want to ask. Is the drag animation, obviously you'd have more time than an hour to do something here, but is the drag animation you use is something that you use often in your prototypes?
No, I really don't understand how it works in some cases. But
all right, I'm not alone.
But for this kind of animation, yeah, it works. It's cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
I always use clicks.
Now on second screen, we just scale this model, move to the left, and this gradient is one layer, and just go to the left, like this title, buzz, and start button, and for these titles, set opacity to 0. Yeah, this background too. Now, when we drag this screen, we have this effect.
Hey.
All this element just disappear, and we see a white background.
That's awesome.
And now we have this map. Let's see how it works.
Hey, this is what I was waiting for. I was like, I mean, I figured, like, I knew how you did it, but like, I don't know. This one stressed me out when I saw the animation. It's because you're manipulating the paths, but for some reason it just stressed me out.
Yeah, we have these two cards. This is our road for this model that you can drive from this pin, from this city and this city with one charge. And on this road we have more cities. And in this case, I just want to show how it looks with maps.
All right, cool.
And
let's do it.
Yeah. Okay, I don't recreate all these elements, just show how it works. Can just paste our map. Then duplicate this artboard. Again, we have first screen and second screen. Let's begin from these cards. We have small cards, just increase on second screen, move to the top, and this card make smaller with 60 opacity, maybe 50, and this card going top. Now go into prototype tab and choose for this card. I choose tab auto animate, easy in out, and duration 3 seconds. Same thing for this card. We already have these settings because it's safe for us. It's more time for creating because Adobe XD can save and you can choose all the settings on the next artboards. Now
that's one thing that I like. That sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but yeah, that's one thing I really like. Like instead of like I think After Effects, well, I'm sure there's ways, But what you were saying, the saved settings is so nice because like you can quickly, if you're making a lot of things and they're similar, you just have to just connect things and it saves all those settings.
Okay, now when we click on these cars, they will be switched between us. It's too long. Maybe 1 second.
I'm surprised you work within seconds. Do you work within seconds or like 0.4, 0.5?
No. It's too quick for this, for web page, for websites. In applications, yeah, it works, but we need smooth animation on websites. Yeah, this is cool.
Guys, you got 10 years of experience. He knows. He can smell it when it's not 1 second long. He's like,
Oh yeah, and in Adobe XD we can set only 5 seconds for animation.
Yeah.
Yeah, 5 seconds. I don't know why, but only 5. Okay, we have this map, and yes, this is just a path. We can create with pen tool what we want, and this will be our road with border, maybe size 10. Yeah, and this is our road. This is similar for my map, and for edit we just double click and we have this pin. Now we just drag these pins how we want. Oh, maybe like this, maybe
it's fighting us.
Can delete some. Yeah, and let's add some new town, for example. And now we need to duplicate these layers because for animation we need that these layers already exist for in our previous screen, and just paste in previous screen and set opacity to 0. When we now click on our card, we have this map with this road with this transformation. And
that's one thing a lot of people. Yeah, go ahead.
And I already have this city. Just copy and paste another pin, and we have this map. And this is smooth. Change, yeah, something like this.
That's good, man. A lot of people actually don't know that you can animate paths like you did. So that's why I was really excited that what we're showing here is a lot of good stuff. We're showing like very simple, like even your menu. Your menu looks complicated, but you're like, hey, it takes 2 minutes. All you got to do is 1, 2, make the third line disappear and stagger your cars, and you're good. That's why I like XD, because it makes things that look challenging very simple. We've literally been live. I don't remember when we went live. We went live at 2. It is 2:26. And guys in the chat, for some reason it looks like I don't know why it looks like that. Look, YouTube was trying to tell me that everybody dropped off, but I see 17 people here. If you guys have any questions, anything, I know Igor is going over a lot, and I wanted to bring him on because all of his projects are really in depth. And what we're covering here is a lot of basic stuff, but that we're kind of like running over. And we're getting a good taste of everything. So if you guys just drop your questions in the comments if we get some while we're going, because I know there's a lot of things that Igor also wants to cover. Just drop your questions in the chat and we'll get to it when we can. Cool? Cool. All right, and do not forget to hit that like button for Igor. We want him back some more, okay? All right, let's keep going, Igor. Let's light that fire. Let's keep going.
Yeah, I forgot this map. Now we just choose this map and move up. And we have this cool animation where our map goes down and we have another road. That's all. This is simple for me. I don't know.
Well, when you're 10 years in, you've been sleep breathing it, you eat it in the morning, you know? Just like 10 years of just doing this all day. You don't even have to think about it. You lift your finger.
Okay, let's move on. Now we have this battery power button. When we click, we have this animation. We have this charging battery, our big model with buttons. One more time. Oh, yeah. And let's create this battery. I'm already prepared. Okay, we have this battery. Have this battery, and we need just 3 layers. Our simple rectangle and 2 shapes with different gradients. It's lighter gradient and darker. And what we need is just this light gradient go to the from left to the right, and this gradient from right to the left. Now let's create mask with this rectangle. Duplicate this artboard. Auto animate, easy in out, and maybe 4 seconds. And on the next
quickness in those clicks.
On the next screen, we have these 2 layers, and I move from left to the right. This layer, and from right to the left, layer behind this. When we click, let's see how it works. When we click, we have these kind of waves, and when we just move this up, we have this effect. That's this battery charging. Let's see. Oh, yeah, it's working.
We have people in the chat saying, oh my god, why have I not thought about these animations before? That's right, guys, because we have the capital T-H-E, Igor Vensko here. And if you haven't already, you need to hit that like button and give my man a follow. All right, back into our battery. I'm sorry.
Yeah, batteries already working. Yeah. Oh, and we have these counters. Minimum time and percent. This counter is like our on our first screen text. This is mask with text, and I have all these numbers like this. I can add some numbers and all these numbers in our mask. And when we go from this first screen, we have same mask, and all these text layers going from this position when we didn't see in this mask, and going down to this position where we have 61. The same technique we have for this percent. I don't know how other designers do things like this, but I create something crazy.
A long list. I've had so I've done this. I think I'm gonna probably do it your way from now on, because I didn't think about this. Because Howard showed me how to do the split one. So you have like the tens and the zeros on one side. You have them go this way, so that it's weird. It's basically what you have, but instead like they are reverse, and there's 2 text things. I don't know how to explain it. But I think you know what I mean.
Yeah. No, this is mine.
No, I think it's simpler to do it that way. I feel, because you can get really crazy with if you spend long enough, and I think you can agree with me. The longer you spend on a project, the more super cool things that you can do. Really, the sky's the limit. And like you said, like what you've done here is really simple. You've been working in these tools for so long that this is like, you know, waking up in the morning, making coffee, and maybe like, you know, going to the bathroom. It's routine. You just wake up and you do this. So it's just really cool always to just not only see it, hear it, and watch it.
Yeah. One more second. Yeah, we have all these elements. Yeah, and now let's go to my favorite section where we have headlights from original car. When I press this button, we have turn on the headlights like on original car, of course. And we have this title. Again, this is simple animation because when we click on this circle button, this button just increase and become our background for next section. This is another. This is second screen, and we have the same circle from previous screen. Yeah, and on this background, I create these headlights. For these headlights, I go to Photoshop, have this original headlight from original car, and we create these headlights layer by layer. Have this separated lights, and now what I need is just play with opacity for these layers.
This is that cool stuff. Cause, ooh, whoo! All right, it's hot. It's getting hot in here. Let's keep going. Keep going.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Now we have all these layers on our first screen with zero opacity, and all this. Yeah, first screen, all these layers with zero opacity, and on the next screen, I'm just pick my mini lights with these numbers 1 1, and from 0 just set 100, and that's all. All these steps I do on next and next screen. Of course, we have these 3 4 5 lights, and it need to be lighter. For this effect, I have one light, something like this. This is gray lights.
Yeah.
Above all this headlight with zero opacity, and when we're going to this screen, this light will be 20, then 30, 50, and because of this layer, we have this lights effect. Now we have these lights, and above this light, around these lights, we have lighter background.
Yeah.
And when we're going to our last screen for these headlights, I'm just add this text because it's, for me, it was too boring when I just end for this screen, and I need just go to next screen, and for next screen I have this title, Interior of the Future. For this effect, for this animation, this title, Interior of the Future, already exists on this screen, on our previews, but smaller and of course with zero opacity. See, this is our title, but smaller. When we're going to this screen, this title make bigger. Oh, I forgot, for these sections we're going to prototype and using time.
There you go. I was gonna ask, but I'm glad you said it.
Yeah, I forgot this. Yeah, time with zero delay. Of course, easy in out and duration smaller. 0, 4. Yeah, and that's why, because of this trigger time, we don't need anything, and our next screen goes after this delay. We can place even 1 second, but it's too long for this animation. And all these artworks have trigger time with 0, 0,2 delay.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and I don't need anything because of this trigger. I'm just click this button and waiting for this animation. Voila, and we have another section where we have a button show interior. When we click, we have this model with couple forgot car seats. Yeah, some options for car seats. Again, in Photoshop I'm already create isolated cars for this animation. It's like looks like this. Yeah, in each this PNG file we have another section, another placing for this seat.
Oh my god. Where did you get these? Let's pause. Where did you get these assets? Google or not?
From official site, website for this.
Oh, so another site where you just, they had these and you were just like, let me pull them.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
And now I'm just export from Photoshop PNG files, and in this case I'm just play with opacity and visibility. No, only visibility, because I'm already have all these models. On this first screen I have this model. When I click show interior, this layer go up like this and make smaller. When we're going on this slider, we already have all these layers on the first screen, and when I press on the next screen, we have changed. We have another option for the seats, and we have this progress bar. Click, 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 and go into another section. This progress bar, again, this is so simple. We have these dots and 2 lines. I have one folder, all these dots and 2 lines, time green and time gray. Time gray already exists on all these artboards, and time green, it's the same green with another color that I'm just move to the right on the next screen. When I press this next arrow, let's recreate maybe. I'm just copy and paste to next screen. We have this line. I'm just move from left to the right, and this pin need to be smaller like this. Make it smaller and change border. Fill, change fill, or just off, because we already have this circle. This circle will have fill like our background and border like our timeline, and that's why I don't need some more layers for create this timeline, because we just can move like this and just increase this timeline. All the steps I do for all these dots. This is take some time, but we need this tab bar for this effect. Progress bar, yeah, on this screen this is ended. When we press next, we have another screen. 1 second. Body, prototype. Yeah, it's type. It's simple transition. Yeah. And now we have this page, parallax page in Adobe XD. We have these delay images and zoom image effect. One more time, and in the end, fade in white, and go to our first screen of the project. And
that was all timed, right? That was all timed.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a... Hold up. All right, we got to, because you lost me. All right, so this portion, let's just look at the artboards very quick. So were you able to get the parallax happening while you were scrolling?
No, we don't have this option in Adobe XD for this.
All right, okay, that's what I thought you were saying, and I was like, hold on. Okay, so you basically were just, you have one screen, but you're scrolling it up and then moving things on each artboard to get the parallax effect, right?
No, this is not one page. This is 6 pages.
It's 6 page, but you made one page, you copied it 6 times, and you're taking the design and moving it up each time.
Yes.
And okay, yeah, that's what I wanted to explain to because people's brains were in the chat like, what happened? Like, we have parallax in Adobe XD. What do you mean? And yeah, so that's really cool. I actually didn't even think about the way that you did it. Usually I do it the same way, but I think the way that you did it was a lot simpler. You just do the full page, and then you just copy it 6 times, and then you just move it up. Because what I would do is I would just do one section on each screen and scroll it up. But it's a lot, which is dumb. I know you just like looked up into the air like, what the hell do you mean? But seeing it like this, I just have to do, like anybody would just have to design the page once, duplicate it, then do timed animations progressively, and you could have, like after X amount of time, it goes over to the next part, and things move a little bit.
Yeah.
Got it. That's really smart, man.
Yeah, now I'm just can recreate all this parallax page. But first of all, we need to check our scrolling settings, because when we at this moment go into our viewport preview, we have all this page in one page, and we need our same size for this artboard. We have 1080 high, and for this artboard I need to choose vertical and viewport high 1080. Now when I click on viewport preview, we have this high for our page, and now we can create this parallax effect. First of all, I'm just lock our menu, because I don't want this to move this menu. Just lock these layers, and now all what you need is move all these layers to the top for our next section.
There we go.
Now go into prototype, auto animate is in out for a second. The same. Let's see how it looks. When we click, we have this animation but without any parallax. And now for creating parallax effect, we need our layers from previous screen need to go with different distance between each other. I have this image photos folder, and in this folder I move each of these layers to the top, like maybe like this, maybe like this. it need to be different distance between each other. Then we have this effect. Our title goes first. One more time. See, title go first, and after this title we have all these images. And now I want that our images for this section goes with same parallax effect. For this, I am on the previous artboard. Move these layers to the bottom. Yeah, to the bottom, and again with different distance. Now when we click, we have this layer going first and this light box with text after all other. We can move even like this.
Even further. Yeah.
And yeah, it's take more time to visibility for this layer. Okay, we have this first screen. It might be looks like this. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, nice, it works. Now just duplicate this artboard. I have this circle in the lip. And again, we choose all these settings. Saved settings for next artboard. Okay, go to animate for a second. And again, just take all these layers and move to top.
To that next section.
Yeah, in this case, on original design, we have this zoom animation for image. One more time. Whoop. Yeah, we have this image from in mask and with different sizes. Okay, let's recreate. We have this image in mask, and in this mask we have this photo. I need just increase this photo, and that's all. When we're going to next screen, our this big image become this size, and we will have zoom image because of our mask. Let's see. Whoop. Yeah, we can even play now with this mask. We can, I don't know, make it like this from center. Let's see what we have. Ooh.
Hey.
Yeah,
that's that tricky stuff nobody know. Like, you can utilize masks and like the scaling within masks to pretend either parallax or these sort of effects. This is awesome, dude.
Yeah, we can even rotate, but this.
Oh, I didn't even wait. Hold on, I can't wait even to see this. I didn't even think about that.
But it looks weird, but you know.
It looked like something. Something was there.
Yeah.
I liked it where we were at before, but that's really cool. I didn't even think about rotating. And guys in the chat, like a lot of you guys are saying this is like game changing for you, because I even know on Adobe Live. But Igor, we have to get you on Adobe Live. Like, this is really awesome. I'm hosting an Adobe Live soon, and I think I might have to put your name in the hat.
Maybe let's try do something like this. Yeah, we can play with this mask how we want. Oh, this is so good.
That's lit.
It's just imagination, but I don't know, maybe full white. Yeah, maybe like this. Let's see. Oh, yeah, it's cool. Let's move on. We have another zoom effect, but in this case we have two images, and if we create zoom effect for every image, it will be too boring, because we need some wow effect, and when we have this animation in every image, it looks like, I don't know, it's boring. But when you have,
Right.
for example, one of this image and second will be static, it will be like a parallax and animation. Let's recreate. We have this photo. Let's create rectangle, same size, and create mask. Let's increase this image, and we can even move down for more parallax effect.
I always really like that effect with the mask. Just make, like, parallax is one thing, but when you have parallax and then you have that image actually move within the mask as well, it's just a nice little, it's another cherry on top.
Yeah, it's look cool. And what we have? And no, yeah. When we have, we need all our layers that will be exist on our previous artboard and on our next artboard with the same names. When I add mask, it was another name, and I need just copy and paste to our next screen. And now animation will be work. Whoop.
Boom.
But without zoom.
There we go.
Let's make it bigger. This is smaller. Yeah, let's see. Yep. Yeah, this is cool effect. Yeah. Go. And we're going to our last screen on this page. Just drag down on the screen, move to the top, and we can make it this model bigger. This text maybe move down for more parallax. And let's see. Yeah, it's working. Cool. And for presentation you work on social media, I'm always create designs and animation in one cycle. 1 second.
That's all good. Guys, we love the conversation in the chat right now. You guys are learning so much about masks. Igor, just interrupt me when you find the thing that you were looking for. It looks like you found it.
In one cycle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. For this, we have this fade in effect when we're going to the last screen and back to our first screen. We just need duplicate our last screen, add white rectangle, and duplicate this rectangle to all our previous and next screen. Just copy, paste, and paste to our first screen. On our first screen, set opacity to 0. Back on the previous artboard, again set opacity to 0. When I click on this screen, forgot prototype, drag and drag to our first screen. We will have fade in white. And back to our first screen. But it's too long.
Hey.
We can make it quicker, maybe 1 second. 1 second. See? Boom. Boom. Yeah.
Man. I didn't even expect us to get through the whole thing, but we went through the entire thing.
Yeah, because it's easy, you know.
Hey, but we all have to start somewhere. There's a lot of beginners in the chat actually curious, and I'm with you. Things aren't hard; they take time, and you've had 10 years of time. So let's talk about this really quick. Well, first off, let's play the entire prototype just so we can see it nice, seamless, and smooth.
Here we go, our map. Then we click on battery power. Have these counters. Go to this screen. Show there. All this option proceeds and our parallax page. Yep. And
damn. Ladies and gentlemen, all in an hour. Look, listen, if you haven't already hit the like button for Senor Igor, we need likes right now. We need everything. We need to go. We have explosions, we have Naruto stuff happening in the background here. Okay? We need to show the appreciation and time that you have spent here today. Man, we're very we've hit our hour, and I want to be respectful of your time. I know you're a busy dude. But guys, again, before we close out here, please go in the description down below and check out Igor's work. More importantly, his YouTube videos. Okay, a lot of you guys had questions relating to how Igor learns, he's making videos literally to help you do what he's doing. So please go into the description, follow him on all social medias, and check him out there. Igor, we're gonna switch to our screens here, so it will just be our faces. Unless you want to do more and you have more time. I'm gonna ask you that question first.
No, it's done. It's
all right. Cool. We're done. It's like it's there. You got 1 hour. All right, guys. Igor, I thank you a million times. Again, guys, do not miss out on any learning from this guy. I've learned definitely some things here as well. Guys, nobody knows everything. And the stuff that we were shown just in an hour, in a short period of time, he has tutorials showing you guys how to do the same exact things. And I want to ask Igor, as our final question here before I let you close out for yourself, when you were beginning, I know you say all this stuff is simple and it seems like we have very similar, what is it called? Ways of thinking when it comes to nothing is hard, it just takes time. And I want to ask you, when you were learning in the beginning of things, how did you learn? Where did you go? What did you use to practice?
Well, first of all, it's of course YouTube tutorials. It's a lot of information in YouTube, but you need just find some nice guy that learn and write some tutorials, and you can see how it works, and then you create something new because you know how it can be done. And just experimenting and I don't know, fantasy, some imagination, what you can create with these tools.
Exactly. So imagination, guys, look for the masters or the people whose work you absolutely love, see what they teach, and open up your mind to what is possible and redo it for yourself through imagination and experimentation. Thank you so much, Igor. You were a blast. A lot of the people in the chat were like, this is by far the the best live that we've done so far. We have literally, how many people have we watched? We've had over 100 people in our lives so far. Concurrent around, I think, an average of 14 people at a time. So this is awesome. I want to, let me see if there's any final questions we have here. People are really excited about where to find you on social medias. Yes, Max, all the descriptions are in the link below. And all right, is there any last things you would like to leave with us today, Igor, before we sign out?
Yeah, I wish that designers do what they really like, because time is too short to create what you don't like. And after this, everything will be great. That's all. Do what you like.
Do what you like, guys. That is all. You heard the man. All right, we are done here. Thank you so much, Igor. Guys, again, as soon as this closes, go follow our man Igor. All links in the description, and we will see you on the next one. All right, guys. Peace.
Have a nice day.